typically on Facebook, if you ever see somebody that says 100% financing, no experience, no credit check, and then the rate's going to be 6%, there, I have not seen in probably the 3 or 4 years I've been doing this a rate for hard money below 9%. It's a short-term loan. It's only for 12 months. Typically the rates are going to be higher. Borrowers see is that's a great deal. And then they get like this upfront payment of, hey, I need a processing fee of $2,000 before I can quote your loan out with the application. And then you never see that person again. It's just kind of little nuances and social engineering that you got to look out for.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with KC Hagedorn from Life Changing Lending, and we're going to talk all about borrowing money. Thank you so much for being here, KC.
No problem. Thanks for having me on this beautiful Tuesday night. It
is hot where I'm at too. And where are you calling in from?
Dallas, Texas. So it has been really hot. It don't matter where you live. If it's south of Ohio, it's hot. So
time of year. So tell us, walk us through the beginning. What got you into the real estate market?
So originally I started out wholesaling. When I was doing wholesaling, I was like, hey, I was looking at it and I'm like, I'm wearing like 7 hats. So not only do I have to go find the leads, I have to call the leads, I have to follow up the leads, I have to do pretty much acquisitions, dispo. And I'm like, man, what does a wholesaler need at the very end of it? Because cash buyers are not cash buyers anymore. Typically nobody's coming to closings with duffel bags full of cash and just dropping it in there. So what I did is I'm like, they need money. Doesn't matter who they are, every deal's going to need money. And 9 times out of 10, even your cash investors are still funding with hard money. So instead of, going out and trying to stake my claim in the gold rush, I'd rather be the guy that sells some pickaxes. And then, who made more money, the guy who sold the pickaxes or the guy who's trying to go out there and find the gold? So, and it was a little bit more constant for me in my schedule. So I switched over to the lending. The underwriting was pretty much the same. There's a little bit of a difference, but overall, we're looking at the numbers the exact same way because it's still buying at a discount and making sure the end buyer is making a ton more money than he's putting into the loan and not just breaking even. And that's what it really all kind of boils down to. Because, you're not really, everybody talks about the real big assignment fees, but they're not common. You're better off making more singles than you are hitting home runs.
Yeah, totally. And you just, from the beginning, you just really took to it and obviously kept with it. That's great.
Yep. I've been, so at the time, Life Changing Lending was about, I'd say 6 months old. It was primarily all traditional, and our owner's Clint and Ryan. So Clint comes with a investment background, Ryan comes with a traditional background. So they kind of merged into one team, and they were kind of doing a little bit of both at the time. And then they're like, hey, let's just grow it. At that time, I picked Ryan up in a Facebook group, and I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about getting licensed. I'm doing this, and this. Ryan's like, dude, you don't really need to be licensed for hard money and DSCR, so why don't you just come over to the team? I got hired on as like the fourth or fifth person. And I mean, when it came to loans, I had a lot of leads, but I had no idea how to put them together. The number writing is the same, but actual putting them together is a little bit difficult. So after like my first couple ones, I pretty much could do them on my own, still working a full-time job while I'm doing them. Wow. I kind of make a joke that because I do surveys as well, typically surveys up in the mountains. I was doing surveys and I would be getting a phone call trying to put hard money terms together on top of a mountain. And then, and I still kind of do some of that to this day. Like I still do survey contracts every now and then, but it's like pretty much ran from there. And now I'm a team leader. So I have about 10 people under me. Some are traditional that switched over to hard money, and then some don't have any experience whatsoever when it comes to hard money.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
We have like a CNA that's learning pretty well. We have a lot of the guys that come over that are doing real estate. They're like, hey, my wife's an insurance agent, so I work at her office. We have those guys coming in too, trying to learn how to do hard money to kind of double dip and keep it in the house.
Amazing. And what I really impressive about life-changing lending is you guys run mostly off of referrals.
Yep. So we bought one leads list and we will never buy them again. Yeah. Typically, if you've never bought leads before. So first off, everybody that you buy a lead from, 9 times out of 10, they've sold that lead about 7 times because that's how they make their ROI on it. So very rarely are you the one that you're doing the only phone call to that lead. I've actually only ran across one company, but if you're paying $100, you know it's probably getting resold. If you're paying $3,000, there's probably a little bit more check and balances. But those typically one-off leads that you're the only person calling them, they're $2,000-$3,000, and they're pre-screened prior. But we pulled a list offline. It was like $1,500, and we're like, we sat down, we called I think it was like 700 people on that list, and not a single one of them were even interested in buying a house. Yeah. So we ran the Facebook ads. Typically with Facebook ads, I just filled it out because I thought I could get a house from it. So they're not really ready to buy yet. So we just stopped really paying for ads. We do 100% organic outreach, direct to consumer, direct to realtor. I do a lot of mine with direct to title companies. Title companies typically see every single deal. They know every single investor. They know who's buying and what. And, I kind of make fun of my escrow girl. I'll kind of plug her, Candy Patterson, but they're kind of the gossip girls of real estate because they know everybody's business. They know who's buying what. They know where they're buying. Your realtor sees kind of 1 or 2 people. Your escrow sees everybody because if you're not closing an escrow, there's something wrong. Mm-hmm. So everything needs to be closing in escrow. So they see everything.
Yeah. And you guys you work with a lot of real estate investors because you have a whole investment side to the business.
Yep. So we do a ton of FHA, VA, 203Ks, USDAs, bank statement loans. But then we're like, hey, there's a whole nother market that we can do as well. So with Clint's side, with doing the DSCRs, we started the, fix and flip side, DSCR side. We're doing commercial now. Typically, we're doing commercial anywhere between like $300,000-$400,000 up to $20 million. Mm-hmm. So that side all falls into the investment side, and that side's running pretty daggum smooth. Typically, we're closing anywhere between 40 to 65 loans a month just on the investment side, and most of those, I would say, are majority of our repeat, and it's the same investor every month that we're doing a loan for. Whereas he's just buying his next house every month. So, and then we're doing the takeout side as well. So not only we're doing the fix and flip side, we're letting them go through the whole flip, and then we're refining into either cash out or rate and term into DSCR.
And what are some common mistakes you see from investors when they're trying to borrow money, maybe for the first time?
Typically, they want 100%, but they don't know the cost of the loan.
Mm.
There's always two sides to a loan. There's the lender side, and then there's the third party side.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
On hard money and DSCR, typically because there's no disclosures and we're not doing CDs until the very end, we're going to be looking at, a borrower that doesn't understand that there's lender costs and then there's tax, title, insurance, whatever other third party costs come with that loan that we don't see yet right off the bat. We get pretty close. I'd say typically we're only about $1,000 or $2,000 away, which is not bad because there is no system that lets us know that. And we don't have the insurance contact, the title company contact just yet when we're trying to quote. So they see our cost. And even though we're at 100%, like I just quoted one in Florida, we're at 100% on this loan. It's $12,000 lender side cash to close on a $350,000 property. But he didn't realize he had about another $10K in closing costs. So his liquidity didn't match. It was a good deal, but those kind of costs that you got to see on the backside is something that every investor needs to think about. Get 3 or 4 quotes from your insurance. You can shop title companies. You can call them and ask for their fees. You can do your best research and due diligence on trying to find your county taxes and any city taxes, depending on, how that city runs. So those kind of things you can look into and see. And those are completely, whether it's an investment loan or a traditional loan, you're free to choose whoever those are. So you can actually get those costs without actually going to the lender.
And, you mentioned that you guys can do 100% financing. And we've talked about how a lot of people think that's a scam.
Yep.
Can you talk about kind of what you're up against when kind of promoting
So typically 100% financing is never going to be below 11%. And I say that like, if I have a paper, which is your best borrower, 800 FICO score, 6 flips, usually we're going to come in at about a 10 and a 10.5 on the rate. If I got a first time buyer that's never done a flip before, that rate's going to be a lot higher. But that's going to be like probably 13.5%. So typically on Facebook, if you ever see somebody that says 100% financing, no experience, no credit check, and then the rate's going to be 6%, I have not seen in probably the 3 or 4 years I've been doing this, a rate for hard money below 9%. It's a short-term loan. It's only for 12 months. Typically the rates are going to be higher. Borrowers see is that's a great deal. And then they get like this upfront payment of, hey, I need a processing fee of $2,000 before I can quote your loan out with the application. And then you never see that person again. And you just drop $2K and wire the money to a bank account. Typically, like, I know the biggest scam right now is a green dot wire transfer. Those are the ones that we've been seeing a lot. That's usually the bank the scammer's using. Not kind of, saying that's them trying to do it, but that's the one that we've been seeing. The other big one that we're seeing is it's a lender, but it's not really a lender. So they're typically Facebook brokers, and there are some that are legitimately good. There are some that basically take that lead and resell all the data to an actual lender, and then they're paid for a lead, but they're not actually working that file. And that's something, a lot of true legitimate brokers work the file. So if that person's like, I'm going to refer you to somebody else, that's typically, it's not necessarily a scam, but they're not working on the file. They're just connecting. So I would it's kind of a gray area, but a lot of scammers fall into that area just to get the information from you and to try to get like an app fee or a processing fee or underwriting fee, any fee associated outside of using a title company. And then they disappear. But they may look legitimate. They may have a Facebook page. They may have I've not seen anyone actually use a legitimate email. Typically, it's always like a Gmail or Yahoo or something like that. Something they can create really, really quick. But when you're dealing with people on Facebook, like us, I mean, we have Google reviews. We have a Facebook page. We have a LinkedIn page. We got 6 or 7 TikToks. We have Clint, who has a TikTok. I mean, half of it's powerlifting and gym photos. You have Ryan, who it's all like, you can see us, you can see our daily lives, you can see like we are people and not like stock image photos. Typically, too, if they have an outstanding like education background, like a master's in finance, and they went to Harvard, those are kind of weird things that you're looking for leads on Facebook. Because like, I'm not super college educated, but if I was, Facebook, like, I would be at a company where we don't get our leads like that off Facebook.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
So it's just kind of little nuances and social engineering that you got to look out for. And if it looks like it's too good to be true, like, Google it, because there should be enough information about that person. Like, I know if you Google my name, like, Life Changing Lending is the first thing that pops up with my profile picture, my display page, and then right under that is my LinkedIn.
Right.
I don't post on LinkedIn that much. I never really could figure it out, but like, there's enough like social media about me.
Right.
Like, in my flyers, like, my picture's there, my phone number's there. I'm not asking you to WhatsApp me, and I'm not giving you like a +63 number. Like, those little weird things like that, that's what you got to look out for, because that's what a lot of scammers will do. Or they'll like, we actually have a big issue of people pretending to be us, and we keep
Wow.
saying they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
But they created Facebook pages, they're texting people with our pictures, like, and because we get a ton of leads.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a weird deal when you see somebody posting and you're like, that's not my post, but that's me. And Facebook's pretty quick about taking it down once they realize like they stole you. But it is hilarious because we get emails from Ryan saying that one of us need to approve his budget.
Oh, wow.
And approve a loan that he did. And I'm like, dude, you're the owner. So I don't know why the lonely LO is approving the broker's loan.
I mean, a lot of these scams are getting so sophisticated.
They
The
are.
phishing.
They
It's scary.
are. And I mean, really read the email. Like, is that email like a legitimate company email?
Right.
Very rarely is it ever. And 9 times out of 10, it don't even have the person's name that they're pretending to be in the email. It's like a bunch of letters and numbers that don't make sense. They can cut it off. So the phone numbers are the worst because they're actually making it to where they can make the numbers look like they're coming from the same spot as that person.
Wow.
So that's one of the new ones we got this week is Tam, one of my partners. He actually got a number from Houston, and the scammer pretended to be him and pulled a number from Houston from another company in Colorado from a company in India. So
Jeez.
yeah.
God. So yeah, just, I mean, do your research, double check everything.
Yep.
Is it normal to ask for money up front like that?
So yes and no. Typically, most lenders have like a processing fee, but ask like how that processing fee is. Typically, it's not more than a couple $100, and usually what that is it's paying the processor, like a third-party processor that they're using or a third-party underwriter to kind of start that file, and then it's usually deducted from the HUD. So that if it's deducted from the HUD, that's usually one of the biggest like kind of good things that you could see, because you're not just paying it, it's deducted from the HUD. Typically there's a lender website, there's a bunch of things going into play that if somebody did just take your money outside of like, the loan was good but we still never funded it, granted there's always little issues that pop up, but typically like some lenders may ask for like a 250, and they're legitimate lenders. They're doing that because of the way the processing and underwriting works is they're usually third party. They have to pay them to start the file. So but typically like I've never seen one like $2,000 application fee. And then like some of those costs like the 250 and stuff, that kind of in a sense also like depending on the program goes towards an appraisal. So, and those are the fees like appraisal. You're not going to usually pay that on a hard money or fix and flip or DSCR. You're not paying that at closing like you would a traditional loan. You're paying that up front, and we can't underwrite the loan until we get that back. So especially if it's an asset-based loan.
That makes sense. I mean, this is very good information for people to know so they don't get scammed.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, there's like with life-changing lending, there's 100 places you can go to see that. Like, if we're a scam, honestly, like I can't see how it could be. Our social media presence, I mean, we have Rachel running social media. We have Clint, I mean, pretty much posting gym photos of himself and his dog all day. I mean, there's enough that you're dealing with legitimate people, legitimate lenders.
Yeah. And I mean, just having referrals and having repeat customers and all of that, I can see why that's what makes your business so great and what keeps everything rolling.
And the Google reviews, I mean, we're 5-star. So,
totally.
And like that's, I mean, we're kind of new at doing that, but I think we're at like almost 100 reviews, I think. So that's really good that we're at 5-star for 100 reviews. Yeah. So, and it just keeps growing. So we just let it grow.
Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Cool. And then just kind of to wrap things up, you know, you've been in this business for a while. What's a lesson that you've learned that maybe you can share with people?
Typically, I would say the biggest thing is make sure you're running your numbers. You know, there's a difference between a hard money lender and a PML. Both use private money. One's a guy, one's a company. HMLs are going to run with guidelines 9 times out of 10. I've not met a single hard money lender that did not have some type of rule on how they did a loan or where they lend and stuff like that. But that's also good at the same time, because typically like us, we're very transparent about like where the loan needs to be prior to us taking it, which means you like in my flyers, I say we're at 70% LTV. Purchase plus rehab is 70% or less of the ARV. So it's not a hidden fact when we're telling you like, hey, it's at 90. So this is what we have to be at. This is our guidelines. We put them on all our flyers. We're usually at 70%. And while we are creative, not all lenders are created where they're creative equally. So not all lenders will do the same things. This guy over here will do one thing, but this guy over here can't do that same thing. I'm literally up till probably 10 o'clock at night working loans. But like not all lenders are created equal. So just kind of keep that in mind that it sometimes you feel like it should be like Burger King and have it your way. But we have to stick to these guidelines and we have to put loans in the guidelines. I mean, that's it. We're just not all created equal. So just always do your due diligence, talk to the lender, see what his programs are, see if it fits. You know, we check terms without running a credit check. So we just want to see the numbers on the deal, and we can usually check the deal out without having to pull your credit, having to do a full application. And that's a little bit easier on an investor, especially a new investor that's kind of like, it's going to feel like a lot at first and it's going to be stressful. And I try to make it as not as stressful as possible because it's already going to be stressful once we get to the money part and doing the construction and the draws and all that.
Well, tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah. So you can find me on Facebook, KC Hagedorn. It's letter K, letter C, and then Hagedorn. You can also go to lifechanginglending.com/letter K, letter C. So KC, because that is my first name. That's my profile page. It has my phone number on it. Just shoot me a call, text, DM, and then homeloanhagedorn.com. So amazing. Yeah, and that'll go to pretty much my quote page, and you can just submit deals left and right through that job form. We do kind of have a technology upgrade we're doing in the next couple weeks. So eventually we'll have a broker and borrower portal coming out. We already kind of do. It's more the traditional side, but we're building a new one for the investment side.
Amazing. Well, awesome. Yep. I encourage everyone to check him out and check out Life Changing Lending. I think people learned a lot today, so thank you so much for being here.
Yes, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And thank you everybody for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.